The Apec Economic Leaders Week concluded in San Francisco on Friday. World leaders of the member economies held another meeting to discuss ways to build sustainable economies in Asia-Pacific. At the start of the final meeting, U.S. President Joe Biden transferred the chair to Peru.
Over the last few days, we've worked together, and I think that's not hyperbole. We've worked together to find ways to build an inclusive, resilient, and sustainable economies for the Asian Pacific. And we talked about the progress that requires partnership. Together we laid out the work we'll be undertaking to avert the worst impacts of the climate crisis. Alongside 13 of our APEC partners, we also made historic progress yesterday when the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework, with the first of its kind agreements to strengthen supply chains, accelerate our clean energy transition, and combat corruption. We're going to see more technological change in the next 10 years than we've seen in the last 50 years. I don't think that's hyperbole. I think we're going to see that changing so rapidly. And together, we have to make sure it changes for the better. Matter of fact, Xi Jinping of China and I had a brief discussion about the impact of artificial intelligence and how we have to work on it. Together, we must ensure the change is for the better. We must ensure that the digital technologies like artificial intelligence are used to uplift, not limit, the potential of our people.
Biden said the U.S. companies had announced more than $500 billion investments in APEC economies to build new subsea cables, decarbonize energy grids, and complete the largest U.S. airline expansion in South Pacific. Speaking at the meeting, Malaysian Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim said the principles of justice and human rights must be upheld when handling global issues such as trade and economic growth. He said the U.S. should be fair and should not choose to abstain when it comes to discussions on the ceasefire of the Israel-Gaza conflict. He said all countries need to press for a ceasefire in Gaza so that there will be no further loss of civilian lives. Meanwhile, Malaysia, Brunei, and Indonesia issued a joint statement calling for an immediate truce leading to a cessation of hostilities in Gaza.